What did your parents teach you about life, money, and finding a career? Did they tell you you should go to school, study hard, and get a job afterwards? This actually is not a great advice. In this video, I will guide you through Robert Kiyosaki's most valuable lessons about money. Hello and welcome to Think Big. Here we summarize books for you in an entertaining fashion. Key idea number 1. Rich people don't work for money. When Robert Kiyosaki was young, Robert and his friend Mike were curious boys with big ambitions. Robert asked his own well-educated but poor dad how could he get rich. He replied, "Go to school, study, and find a good job." So Robert asked Mike's father, the rich dad, to teach him what he knew about money. So Mike's dad offered to teach him what he knew about money if the boy would work for him at the measly rate of 10 cents an hour. Robert agreed, but after a few weeks of being underpaid, the boy returned to the rich dad, seething with anger and ready to quit. "You taught me nothing about money in all those weeks," he said. But there it was, his first lesson, that working for money does not make you rich. Key idea number 2. Educate yourself about finances, identify real assets, and invest in them. The rich become rich by making their money work for them. One day, Mike's dad sat the boys down and explained to them that the rich buy assets, whereas the poor buy liabilities. He explained, an asset is anything that adds money to your wallet, whereas a liability is something that takes money away. Rich Dad explained that a poor person's salary goes straight to covering immediate expenses like rent, tax, and food. A middle-class person's salary needs to cover similar expenses too, as well as liabilities like a mortgage, school loans, credit cards, and other forms of debt. But rich people, instead of needing a salary, their assets bring in enough money to provide for them and often leave them with enough to invest again, like stocks or real estate that you rent to tenants. The result of the reinvestment is that their income goes up once more, meaning that the rich keep getting richer. Key idea number 3. Make money for yourself, not your employer. Your profession is whatever you do 40 hours a week to pay the bills, buy groceries, and cover other living costs. Your business, on the other hand, is what you invest time and money in to help grow your assets. Robert kept his expenses low and invested what remained of his salary to build income-producing assets. There came a time when his assets started making him money, even while he slept. The lesson is, odds are that your salary won't make you really wealthy, but what your salary can do is help you buy the assets that will enrich you. Key idea number 4. By understanding the tax code and the legal system, the rich stay one step ahead of the systems designed to rein them in. The middle class ends up shouldering the burden of taxation, not the rich. One of the tools that the rich use to shelter themselves from tax is the corporation. A corporation is allowed to spend pre-tax dollars. After all, it is only taxed on what remains after expenses. Individuals, on the other hand, are taxed first, and only then are they allowed to spend the remainder. So the lesson is, by shielding their assets using corporations, the rich can avoid paying tax. Key idea number 5. Most of us aren't given a financial education. Children aren't taught about subjects like saving or investing, and as a consequence, are financially illiterate. Clear proof of this is the fact that today, even high schoolers often max out their credit cards. So what do? Educate yourself and start establishing a financial strategy. Key idea number 6. Get yourself a financial education by following 3 steps. Step number 1. Take an honest look at your current financial state. You may find that the new Mercedes you have been drooling over simply isn't affordable right now. Step number 2. Set realistic financial goals. You could say that you want that Mercedes to be within your reach in 5 years' time. Step number 3. Start building your financial intelligence. Consider this an investment into the greatest asset available to you, your mind. Learn how to deal with money. Key idea number 7. Financial intelligence and courage allows the rich to invent money in any situation. In the real world, it is often not the intelligent who get ahead, it's the daring. Financial intelligence can be boiled down to 2 key ingredients. Knowledge, of course, but also courage. It's these 2 factors that set the rich apart from everyone else. The rich are able to spot opportunities, they know how to respond to them, and they have the daring to follow through. From the outside, it looks like they are just lucky, but in fact, they are creating their own luck. When you combine courage with financial knowledge, you can spot opportunities quickly and make the most of everyone. In other words, you can almost invent money. Key idea number 8. Instead of playing it safe, try investing your money. Most of us play it safe by keeping our money in the checking and savings accounts at the bank. Instead of playing it safe, try investing your money in stocks or real estate. Of course, the risk is higher, but taking a bigger risk may be necessary to start making a bigger income. Key idea number 9. Don't just work to earn. Working to learn is much more important. Poor dad had a PhD. This made his topic of study narrower, so his PhD never did much to boost his earnings. On the other hand, rich dad never finished the 8th grade, but had a broad base of knowledge. This helped him boost his earnings. So in conclusion, the 6 main lessons from Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad are: Lesson number 1. The rich don't have to work for money. Lesson number 2. Educate yourself about finances, identify real assets, and invest in them. Lesson number 3. Keep your day job, minimize your expenses, but also have your business on the side to earn money for you. Lesson number 4. Know the tax system inside out, because that's what rich people do, and they are able to hang on to their money as a result. Lesson number 5. Making money takes guts. Lesson number 6. Work in order to learn, and learn broadly. Thank you for watching Think Big. Please comment, like, and subscribe.